That's my view behind my house here. Beautiful day. I'm just dropping a load of scrap off now. It's kind of late here. I was up late and now starting late here, so I'm gonna dump that load that I filled up yesterday. Hopefully no deductions today. We'll see what happens. Friday today, so I'm gonna come back, load the last portion up, and I want to strip some TV sets, some computers and whatever, just to beef up the load, and then I'll take it back tomorrow. Hopefully, like I say, see how it goes. I mean, they gave me some deductions. There was the odd, chair that had a lot of fabric and stuff, and obviously there's, there is plastics involved in here and there, but first time ever seen deductions. And I know Kingdom there, he's having problems down south there, so I'm thinking all the scrap yards are saying, hey man, we'll just take deductions off instead of paying for plastic and garbage. They'll just deduct a little bit. He deducted 150 pounds. To me, it only works just over $10, so it's not a great amount of money. I mean, it still sucks and everything because you're selling it as shred. You're not selling it as number one or good quality metal. It's just shred. Like, I had 3 fridges there, so that could have been a factor also. One was an old school big one, and fridges, like I say, are full of like styrofoam, plastic. They're not precious, like they're not just all metal, they're just basically crap, a lot of them, right? So I guess maybe on the foundry side or the shredding side, they're saying, well, we're not paying, they're getting deducted also a little bit too, probably, right? So they're just passing deductions over. I'm just hoping it's not going to be every truckload deduction just because they want to, right? Even though just anything they can to cut back your cost. You think you're making a little more money, but you're actually, losing a little, right? So I'll see. I'm just going to throw the same crap I throw in all the time anyways. If they're going to deduct me, they're going to deduct me regardless. They still pay better than other scrap yards because they're paying by a net ton, not a metric ton. So that's 200 pounds already more than the other scrap yards pay. So I was getting, say, 120 at my other scrap yard, and it was only per metric ton. So now I'm getting 145 here, plus it's a 200 pound over the metric. So so that makes a big difference there. Okay, so we're gonna head towards the scrapyard now. Beautiful day, really bright, hard to see out there. Hope it's not blinding you guys. Okay, we'll show you what we can. I had to cut the video short at the scrapyard yesterday just because the guy was really close to me and I didn't want them to bug me about the camera. He asked me why I wear a GoPro. I said, well, I just do videos and record what I do, and he said, okay, no problem. But he didn't see me recording on there, but you just never know. Okay, stay tuned. Second here. He has an accident just around the corner here. Look at this. Wow, that's a big honking accident there. Look at that. He had a trailer. Wow, that's quite the hit there. I think he hit the semi just around the corner here. Yeah, just a big accident here. That's pretty bright there, I'll tell you. Put my spiders is on. Yeah, it looked like quite the accident there around the corner there. I hope you got some of that video there. Just looked like a brand new truck on it with a trailer. Must have hit something. It's totally written off. Here's the ever recycling. Okay, so it looks like a good load. I'm thinking it's gonna be heavier than yesterday, just because I packed a lot of stuff in there, and there's a lot of heavy. Those little Samsung washing machines are super heavy. I think I had at least two of them in there, and a bunch of other stuff. And I had a deep chest, like a freezer. I filled up full junk. So we'll see. I mean, just never know. I mean, that's the thing. Is tin is, you think it's heavy when you start carrying it, but when you start, counting tons, it takes a lot of tin. A lot of tin to add up, because even a fridge is heavy. It might be 300 pounds, but well, I might only take 8 of them or 10 of them in here, the real big ones, right? So, it's only gonna, that could be, see, that's like 2 tons, like 1.5 tons, right? So, anyways, we're here. These are all the cars. They drop off here. The toll guys drop off, and then they have a David Suzuki fund here. You can drop your metal off for free, and any metal that goes in their bin, or any cars, goes to David Suzuki Foundation, which is pretty good. It's a good way of generating money, and like I say, everybody has scrap, so that's your take action, go green bin. If you dump your stuff here for free and you want to donate, it goes to David Suzuki Foundation, so that's pretty good. Also, that scrap pile is getting so big, it's unbelievable. The GoPro doesn't, you don't see what I'm seeing with the GoPro. The GoPro, you know, you see a little bit, but it's okay, you know. Like I can have my hand like here, it's a foot away, and then it looks like you're like 3 or 4 feet away, right? That's how the GoPro images, right? But I'll tell you, that pile is huge. It's got to be about 60-70 feet tall, and it's just humongous. Okay, hopefully it's not too busy. We'll have to see. Just a beautiful day today, I'll tell you. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, 15,400 right now. Just want to see like the little gas powered motors and stuff, they don't want it in the shred no more. They're kind of real picky about stuff like that, so they'll just take it to the they'll give you like 2 cents a pound or something stupid instead of putting shred. Okay, well, hopefully it's not too busy. I know there's one truck in front of me that I know for sure, but beyond that, looks like a screwed up day again. You get those stupid bale trucks. They got a load of the bale, you know, bale of shred material. Oh yeah, looks like another stupid day today. Oh well, just enjoy the weather, I guess. I don't even see them really working too much right now. See, the price went up. Now people are mad dash here to sell the stuff. See another truck coming here, 80 yard and dump. So that means, you know, the price gone up a little bit and people are moving 20 bucks more a ton or something. It makes a big difference. So that's what's really happening today, it looks like. Okay, well, see what happens. Stay tuned. Yeah, it looks like it's busy again. They got 2 baling loads and they had one end up in front of me, so I'm getting a little bit closer, a little bit more than before. All that's your it's like aluminum. All your better metals, stainless steel, aluminum goes in this area here. You can hear the rattling noise. Is probably all these, sounds like rims, aluminum rims. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, so basically I had 200 pounds more than the last load, but what they did is a guy brought a whole end dump in there, and it was all oily and smelled like fuel, so they rejected the load there. So he said, I got better things to worry about than docking me off anything. So they didn't dock nothing off this time, but the true fact is the reason why they're docking people off is because they had a barge fire sometime around the summertime, I guess, near the end of summer. And then they had another barge fire when I was on holidays. And that was during working hours, so they have to inspect every load. So you got 1 or 2 guys inspecting loads, so now with them docking money off, I guess you got to pay the people and all that, and all the hassle, and then every other scrapyard docking also. So, but any load that's got oily or fuel in there or something, anything combustible smelling or anything that's should not be there, they're rejecting the load. So one load was definitely rejected. I looked at it, it was really greasy and stinky like oil, and there was even it was a car squished up and the gas was still in tanks, so they totally rejected that load. The guy's gonna have to really completely put that load back in the truck and take it back to where they got it from, because, you know, it was, like I say, it was just a joke. So anyways, it was good because I got 232 on this load here, 145 metric ton. But if they would have docked off 150, it would still be a, you know, a couple bucks more, it'd be like 210 or something. So 210, 215. But my load, like I say, wasn't too bad. I even told him that my load's pretty clean anyways, regardless if he looks at it or not. And also updates on propane tanks. If you got a propane tank, like a barbecue cylinder, all you have to do is just take the top off. You don't have to do nothing else, he told me. Just take top off, that's okay for them. So that's good news. Some places in the States you gotta cut it in half and do all these weird things to it, but here, take the valve off, they're happy enough. Okay, let's stay tuned. Looks like that accident jammed up all the traffic here. Totally jammed up here now. So I'm going back to my storage yard, and I'm gonna get another load put together, and then tomorrow I'm gonna dump it sometime tomorrow. Hopefully it's not so busy. Okay, stay tuned. About the accident here, just you can see a better angle of the accident now. Looks like a brand new looks like a little dumper, quad dumper. Let's go forward. See if I can get a little bit closer. As I get a little closer here, you can see. I'm not sure what he hit there. He's almost like in a turn lane. It's strange why he's right there and he's all smashed up. Unless he rear-ended someone there at that point, maybe. One little accident like that just jams traffic up, probably all the way up to Delta, I bet you. Anybody coming this from the west to east. Let's just take a better look at this accident here, see what we see. Definitely, what I can tell, it's a write-off, probably just because the frame, and once the frame's gone, the damage is too severe and too expensive. Okay, this is why I take your stoves apart, because it's there's so much material, wire and stuff, and it's so easy to get off. It's the easiest appliance to get your wire from, right? Use a screw gun. And when you're there, like this one here, some are open differently, but so you get all the switches. You'll have all the silver contacts and the switches. You can take a circuit board if you want, a low grade board. Even these transistors, people are getting gold out of transistors now. So there is supposed to be gold in those transistors. I know it probably takes a lot to make anything, but you can recycle them if you want. Okay, so I'm just basically going to take the wire out. That's from 2 stoves and maybe I think one appliance. So it does add up pretty quick. You know, it's probably like a few pounds there. Wire's not worth it very much right now, but you know, if you have large amounts, I mean, it doesn't take much to have 200-300 pounds. It takes, you know, especially if you're getting cords off vacuum cleaners and appliances and electronics. Cut the cords off and then just put all the wire together. It adds up pretty fast. Okay, I'm gonna disassemble all this and I'll just show you what I have in the pail after. But you've seen other videos of me taking stuff apart. Just try to show you examples. Every stove's a little different, right? This one is you have to take the screws off the sides here, and this thing folds down. If you see the one with the opening like that, then you know that one's the flip down. This is a full back opening. That's an older one here, but just shows you the different styles. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna basically cut everything I can off here, and then I'm gonna put it in the truck and dismantle some of these microwaves. I just take a couple screws out, undo the transformer, smash the corner off, and then throw it in. I'm not gonna be too picky on what I'm doing, but I want to clean some of this computer stuff. Some of these monitors I want to get rid of today. At least if I can do half of the monitors, and then I'll have some extra room. Okay, just stay tuned. Strip of the microwaves here. These are transformers. I'm not expecting copper in them. If one side's copper, I'd be very lucky. This is the kind that's called inverter. Doesn't have a transformer, but that's a copper one. There's copper spool there. Here's another spool. This is an inverter here. You could just unwind that to be number 2 copper. Number 1, number 2. if there's a varnish on there, I'm not sure if there is, but if there is, be number 2. Get a heat sink, and then I pull these little motors. As soon as I'm there, I'm pulling them out. But also, if you look at the circuit boards here, it's got an IC chip, and these gonna have gold bonding wires. So see, look like this board is burnt. It's got also transistors here. So eventually, when I process these, I'm gonna separate the transistors, the ICs, crystal oscillator, you know. But like I say, there's more IC chips here. See those ICs? Gold bearing usually. So I'm gonna make sure that I could save them. Put them all together, and then when I have a bunch, I can get refined. Like a whole bunch would be like, I'm talking like maybe, you know, like 100 pounds, 200 pounds. I'm not talking about 5 or 10 pounds. I'm talking about large quantities. If you have a large quantity, you can get more yield for gold, right? And these Megatrons, I'm leaving them in here because I've stripped a whole bunch and I can't get any extra money for them anyways, so no point for me to pull them out. So, little transformer. If you put in a bucket all these transformers, they'll give you like up to 14 cents a pound, 10 to 14 cents. Here's an IC, like I say, another IC. Not sure what that's, like a heat sensing thing, I think. Anyways, just my thought on trying to scrap as much as you can and leave the rest in there for shred. Okay, all the microwaves are done. I took a bunch of flat screens apart, little monitors, I think 4 already, and then some plastic. This is going to go to shred, and then I have this TV here. I'm going to do a couple. I cleaned another TV, the one that had a frame before. So I'm going to clean this one. It's all pretty well metal anyways. I'm going to clean this one, and then when I clean a few more TVs here, I'm going to load up all that scrap and should fill my car up. Okay, stay tuned. I'll show you this, the old school TVs. It's all pretty well solid metal, and lots of electronic components, lots of aluminum fins, aluminum, all these little transformers, some flat packs here for gold recovery and stuff. There's another bunch of IC chips and so on, and there'll be gold fingers and gold plating and stuff like that. More aluminum. This is your old TVs, the ones that are, if the back is steel and it's heavy, you know it's one of the better ones. But there's lots of metal in these things here, and lots of components too. So, anyways, just want to show you, you know, ones IC chips here too. There's a fair amount of stuff here. This one's a Samsung. Sometimes I can see the year, I'm just not sure in the year on this one. 2010. 8 years old, and that's about what I've noticed. They last about 8 years. 8 to 10 years old, and they start breaking down or getting too much outdated and throw them out. Okay, just wanted to show you. Basically, we get this TV here, bunch of low-grade wire. This is like the lowest, and this is a little bit better, but so basically you got brown board, you got heat sinks, 6 heat sinks here with a bunch of other components and stuff. There's some coiled copper and stuff. Transformers here. Here's your green board. LCCs or something, I don't know. But even the green board itself, it's still copper, the green board. There's companies out there that grind it up and manufacture all the copper off it. All your IC chips here. I'm not seeing any gold plating for some reason on this one, too much, if any. Might be a little bit. Some have a lot more, but this one's not as good. Okay, and then this is your shred fair amount of shred here. It's heavy too. You know, it's all steel and some stainless steel mixed. Okay, it's all loaded. It's all clean down there. Really mixed. Mostly small stuff. A few appliances in front, one hover tank. Okay, so that's it. That's it for today. I took apart a bunch of computers already with them in here in the back, and a bunch of TVs and all that. Mixed it up. Okay, don't forget to subscribe, share, like. As always, thanks for watching.